A long time ago. Like 10 years ago, two ladies died. That's not important yet. What is important is that these two ladies had magic, and they had kids, and those kids also have magic. Secret magic. And not because magic is illegal and they'd be arrested, but because magic is awesome. People in this country love magic and anyone that has it. So having magic basically means a lot of praise, duty, responsibility, and expectation that will 7 out of 10 times get them killed before their 30s. Cool. Lilith uses elemental magic, specifically with the land, sea, and sky, while Adrian exclusively controls lightning. Lilith loves her magical abilities, but Adrian is constantly trying to find a use for his. He's an aspiring engineer and is often like Ben Franklin in a D&D campaign. Lilith and Adrian have been best friends their entire lives. Nothing could ever separate this dynamic duo. Until Lilith's dad gets promoted to the stable master in the capital city of Tirath by the king himself because his old mentor died and they need a new stable master. Lilith will have to move to this human-filled, fairy tale-obsessed city and hope no one finds out about her secret magic powers. Because if they do, she'll be drafted into the questing guild and die like her mother. Lilith moves to Thea, and she saves a horse on the way because she's chill with animals like that. Lilith meets the royal family. The royal siblings, Elena and Elian. Ellie and Eli are not twins, their parents were just really lazy when they named their second kid. Ellie and Eli take Lilith on a whirlwind tour of the castle. A tour that lasts about 5 minutes because Eli is a 14-year-old prat that is bored by his family's vast wealth and power and would rather watch aspiring heroes train for the questing guild. Lilith doesn't want to upset the authoritative figures that now control her life, so she agrees. They go people watching. On the way, they meet up with a 6-year-old orphan who is forced to work as a blacksmith's apprentice. Because all orphans are required to have jobs and basically be cogs in the machine that work for the government. This cog is named Matthew. Ellie and Eli call him Matty because they do not respect his opinion. Matthew is hurt because he was trying to move water buckets twice his weight and fell into a thorn bush. Instead of immediately tending to this injured small child, Ellie and Eli argue because they're siblings. Maddie's hurt. We should go to the library. We should go to the library. They go to the library. Lilith reads about the Questing Guild and how it's a global superpower that works through every country in the world with its own structural hierarchy that she already hates. She also learns that orphans are basically servants and child soldiers that devote their lives to the guild for giving them homes, jobs, and livelihoods. Punishment for leaving your obligation to the guild and crown is death. The tour is over, and since Ellie is a good person, she lets Lilith pick out a messenger bird to send messages to Adrian. This is Simon. He would commit arson if Lilith let him. Lilith and Adrian grow up. Lilith adopts the horse from earlier and names her Syra. Adrian is neglected. Lilith becomes friends with Matthew. Adrian stops talking to the people in his village. Lilith tells Matthew her super secret magic secret. Adrian tries to use his magic for good, but can't stop blowing things up. The villagers act accordingly. Lilith tries to stay invisible, but people her age are starting to notice that she's pretty, despite her best efforts. Lilith doesn't know why she can't look unassuming. I mean, after all, she's just another human. She'll wear bulkier clothes from now on, because the last thing she wants is to end up in a romantic relationship with someone from the Questing Guild. Adrian's mental health is at an all-time low, and is completely dependent on his father for safety. Lilith learns about an ancient magical language from Matthew, who's obsessed with learning about dead languages. Except, Lilith can read it. It's as easy as reading the Global Guild dialect. She can even use it to cast spells of her own, but she can't translate it. She has many questions. In the present day, Adrian is 19 and being thrown out of the village. He asks Lilith to help him move out. Lilith and Matthew leave to help Adrian. Adrian finds a box full of his and Lilith's mother's belongings from their days in the Questing Guild. When Adrian mentions this to his father, he gets unreasonably angry. Adrian learns that his father is literally the worst and spread rumors that he was a dangerous creature because his mother was a monster fueled by rage, and is basically the reason Adrian was alienated his entire life. This causes Adrian to react appropriately. Adrian will now live in an abandoned shack picked out by his piece of father. Adrian will now live in this much nicer windmill. Matthew has weird dreams about his mysterious backstory. Lilith is worried because Prince Elian has recently taken an interest in her. Adrian tries to learn spells from Lilith and Matthew, and it does not work. Wowee, things are looking up for our ragtag group of sidekick material. Hopefully no main characters show up to disrupt anything.